Hey guys, it's Neptorka here, and it is that time of month. We are back for some more Gacha revenue. So you guys know how this goes. I'm just going to go through the entire list quickly, get closer to the top where the more important stuff, give you my take on it, and we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and get into it. So as you can see here, Eversoul, Ash Echoes, Fellow Moon, all end of service, and most of these are pretty much at the same place. You know, Counter Side is pretty much done. Starseed done, Black Beacon done. So a lot of these, especially the ones that are all just out in the 2000 area, yeah, they're done. So let's start moving up. As you can see, Snowbreak is literally dead. It leads more to the credibility that Snowbreak had to come back per Chinese law, or else they'd run into a problem. So they're back. But they're not back. We'll see what happens when they're officially back. Either two things are going to happen. Either they're going to come back, they're going to announce all these changes, where they've been, etc., or they're just going to EOS and they couldn't do it. It's all in limbo. So just don't even play Snowbreak until we know for sure what's going on. Alright, let's move up. Not many of these are worth talking about, to be honest. Aether Gazer, I believe, is heading towards the EOS, if I remember correctly from what I saw. Resonant Solstice, I thought this was... Yeah, man, they've fallen off. Okay. Tower of God, New World, man, I remember when this was a whole lot better. Jeez. Well, they've collapsed. So we'll keep going up. Illusion Connect. A lot of people have been talking about this recently. It's still pretty new, but not doing as good as I think people would like. All right. Mormons. I feel so bad. I feel like this game should be doing better. It did have a good month last month, but yeah, it should be doing better. A game that should not be doing better and should be tanking is this one. Thankfully it is. People finally realized what garbage this game is. I mean, you shouldn't root for another game to be like doing poorly, but when it takes away content creators and resources to do a what's the word, AstroTurf kind of thing to make it seem like it's better than it actually is, which is exactly what happened with the Theory restart. So many people jumped on the bandwagon for money and made it seem like it was amazing, and it's not. Many other better games that should have been there. Let's see. Star Savior, this is sad. Counterside died for this. This sucks. And came back in March a little bit. No, March is when it launched. So this is its initial launch overseas, and then March was its launch here. And it's just going right back. That sucks, man. Counterside was so much better than that. So, Stellasora, Bikinis did not save it. This is a bummer. I don't know how long this game will last. I like it. It's a good side game, but seems like it's not going to make it. Or it's going to be down in these... I don't know, maybe it'll last for longer than I thought, but this is disappointing. I expected it to be way up there with... not necessarily beating Blue Archive, but around the same as Blue Archive, because it's very much in the same mold as it. Let's see. Echocalypse, man, the Horn Dogs are still spending money on this game. Star Sailors, I'd never heard of this. I'm wondering what caused this. Now I feel like I gotta go find it and download it, because maybe it wasn't global before and it just became global. I don't know. This is very interesting. So I'll have to take a look at this. Mekarashi, oh man, a game that I just don't think is very good. This is also tied to another studio, and I'm trying to remember which one it's tied to. It's not Blackjack, Slong, no. This is tied to another game, but I don't remember who does it. To another studio that does a different game, but I don't know which studio it is. Honestly, I don't think it's very good. You know, different opinions, but honestly, this is another one like HK10. See, I don't know what it is. It's just another one of those games that I hate, sucking up resources from creators and so forth. Path to Nowhere, I'm glad that this is still doing decently well. This deserved it to finally start doing well. I played this long before it started to become relevant, and I stopped long before it became relevant, but that was more like I just like there was too many things I was playing. I had to cut some out. Slime Isekai Memories. Another month in which I say that I need to re-download this, and I probably won't. Heaven Burns Red, doing pretty well. Epic 7. Yikes. I'm surprised that Elvira did not do better. This is actually pretty surprising. Well, the previous month was Rihanna and Luciella, so that kind of makes sense, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Everything else is pretty much in line. Okay. That means, let's see, Notos was like March. Yeah. I think, I can't even think of her name. The Copy Girl, Salami was April. So yeah, I guess it's still doing okay. And the interesting thing is it just can't seem to recover its income that it lost when Chaos Zero Nightmare came out. I don't know if Smilegate was expecting a huge chunk of Epic 7's player base to just kind of float away when Chaos Zero Nightmare came out. Alright, Fire Emblem Heroes, they just came out with a terrible Fae channel, really disappointing. I don't really trust these numbers. Look how even they are. Honestly, I'm guessing that they're kind of doing the same thing as some of the other games where they release something new and no one likes it. And so all it did was harm this. Danmachi is what I'm thinking of. I think Fire Emblem Heroes is still going to survive, but it just kind of sucks. Alright. CZN. Yeah, this is like the ending of Tenebria and the beginning of Hilda. Hilda's pretty hot, but I think people are waiting for they know that the limited is coming after. So August will be a much bigger month for Chaos Zero Nightmare for sure. Brown Dust 2 is struggling with censorship. I think they're still going to be okay. But, I mean, look how much money they're making compared to what they used to. I mean, you can't see, but, like, before this, like, it used to be way lower. So, this past year has been really good for Brown Dust 2. Alright, let's see. Continuing up the list. Azure Lane, down a little bit. It either goes down even more this month or it'll shoot right back up. July is usually a pretty tame month for Azure Lane. And then August is when August/September, it's usually split between the 2 months, is when we get a new UR. And July is usually a low month because this is the month that they always release the new PR ships, and you're not spending cubes or resources to get those, you're just grinding. So July will pretty much always be the worst month for Azure Lane. May and June was the Chinese New Year. It was split right in between them, and unlike other games, I think Azure Lane is a lot less front heavy on their releases than other games. Like, usually when a character comes out, everyone's pulling like on that first day. For a lot of Azure Lane, it's like over the course of the entire, because of the way the gacha system is set up, it's kind of over the course of the entire banner. So that's why you see more like this, like a bulk. You only see stuff like this December one, when like a unit comes out all in 1 month. And mind you that a lot of this revenue is driven by skins. So when you don't have some new units to come out with new skins, your revenue is going to be lower. So Azure Lane, don't worry, you're going to jump back up in the next, actually probably in August, because I think we're getting the special program in a couple of days. I think on the 9th. So we're going to be getting it earlier than normal. Girls Frontline 2. Staying healthy. I like this. I like this a lot. I really like this. Like, keep going up, Girls Frontline 2. Excellent game. Dragon Traveler, another game that I should probably re-download. I should just start from the beginning again. Because I don't think your data from your original start can carry over to Steam, and I don't want to play it if it's not on Steam. I have enough launchers. Blue Archive, kind of a down month. Doesn't surprise me. A lot of reruns, etc. Don't worry. Blue Archive will come back. It'll be fine. The collab with Atomic Heart for Reverse 1989. The servers were synced up. Okay. Not as good as Assassin's Creed. This was Assassin's Creed last year. 7.4. So Atomic Heart didn't do as much. It also wasn't as big, so that kind of makes sense. The new year for the anniversary for Global will be coming up. That's when Rhiannon drops. That'll be exciting. So whether it goes up or not, I don't know, because I don't know how popular she is. In the story, she's a very popular character, but whether or not she like moves the needle, we'll see. My guess is it'll probably, since it's only for Global, the anniversary, my guess is it'll stay the same or go slightly up. So we're moving into the top 30. Let's see what else I see here. Infinity Nikke still going strong. This is probably the highest card game out there. Shadowverse. Enfield. So, is this going to be the new cap for Enfield? I love Enfield, but I guess it's not working for some people. This is Arcane's banner, so pretty good. Who came before this? This is interesting, because the person before this was not a character I would think many would care about. It was a dude. I know, bucking the trend, man. Except for except for Love and Deep Space, dudes don't usually sell. So that's interesting. But yeah, that's. I'm glad that it's still. I would like for it to be in the 15s or so, but. Still not bad. Neverness to Everness, I think, is doing better than I expected, though it is kind of falling off. We'll see what happens towards the end. But is it really on Steam? Oh gosh, I need to move it to Steam if I can. That'll be another launcher that I don't have to deal with. So yeah, doing pretty good. Like, I just started playing it again the other day. A pretty good support just came out. But the biggest problem with Neverness to Everness is, like, they don't create characters that I personally want to play at all. I'm hoping they fix that. So, moving up into the top 10, we have Arknights, continuing to be really healthy after so many years. Sword and Staff, like, I've seen videos of this. Like, I don't have a desire to play it, but apparently it's really popular, so, you know, power to you. Ume Musume. Alright, what do we got? Fate Grand Order. Still can't believe people give this game money. I just finished watching the anime again. Oh, it's so good. The Fate Grand Order anime is so good. Let's see. Wuthering Waves. I expected it to... I think this is, like, spot on for what I was expecting. I said around 27 or so. I'm pretty sure I said somewhere between 24 and 27 for Wuthering Waves. I mean, it's still good. I mean, they're slowly elevating their floor, which is good. Let's see. June was... Gosh, I can't even think. June was the collab. And then July was Yang Yang. And Sweet Sweet. Just a little bit of Sweet Sweet. I think maybe they got like a day in or two. So I'm glad that it's continuing to do well. I'm hoping to get a new graphics card soon, and the game will be much more fluid. But for right now, I kind of have to deal with chonky graphics because it's just they don't optimize the game well at all. All right, let's see. We got next Nikke. Holy crap! Who came out in Nikke? Oh, were we still? Yeah, we were still in the middle of swimsuits. That's why. We were still in the middle of yeah, the Cinderella banner and everything kind of like started around here. Cinderella and who was it? Marciana. So this doesn't surprise me. Like this right here was the half anniversary. This right here was swimsuits. Now it's probably gonna fall off until November, but man, this is a good month for Nikke. I went all in on Cinderella, and thankfully I managed to get her max limit break. Now I gotta build up again for the next character that I want to go all in, because that's kind of how you play the game in Nikke. You just hold, and then you go all in, hold, all in, and then you just hope that you get the other characters through normal summons and whatnot. Alright, Naruto Mobile. Damn, this is doing well. When's this gonna come global? Which means that the last three are Hoyo games. Oh, that's gonna grind some people's gears. Alright, what do we got? Woo! This is what I was expecting. Actually, no, I take it back. I wasn't expecting ZZZ to do this well. I was expecting maybe 20s, high 20s. This is impressive. Remiel is popular. I think that's the info we got out of this. Is Remiel is popular as hell. Look at this. This is their best month ever. They did not make this. I'm pretty sure they did not make this money last July when they had their anniversary. It was only like 34, I want to say, or 33. So this, I think, is their most profitable month ever. It's on Steam now, so I'm wondering if it's gaining more traction from that. I would love to move more of my games off of, like, I wish Hoyo would put more of their games on Steam. That way I can more launchers that I don't have to worry about. But since I still need the launcher for the other Hoyo games, there's no point in me moving it to Steam. But I mean, this is awesome. You can see what a difference Remiel did. Now, HSR, this was the collab. This was Rin. This was Gilgamesh. And a little bit of, oh, what's her name? Why can't I think of her name? Mama Express. I don't know why I can't think of her name. Oh my gosh. That's gonna Welt and Himiko. Mama Himiko. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Last time I'm pretty sure this number was way bigger, but that was because Finon also released, and Finon, one of the most popular male characters in all of just about everything. Huge. So that's impressive. Now Genshin Impact, I think this was like the tail end of I think this was the tail end, or maybe not the tail end, but yeah, a little bit of Sandrone. This doesn't surprise me. She was very, very popular character. So I mean, you look at this is like the new, like this is their new floor is like 33 million. They're doing way better than they've ever done before, and a lot of people don't want to admit it. Like they're in denial. Sorry, it's just the case. It's just the truth. I think part of it is because some people who went to go play Honkai Star Rail when it came out have gone back to Genshin. And the community's become, I think, more positive because the people who were really invested in combat have switched over to ZZZ or Wuthering Waves. But Genshin Impact has kind of zeroed in on its focus as a more cozy, casual game, which I kind of expected was always their intention from the beginning, and that was messed up by the fact that their combat system was really good for a cozy game. So overall, this is pretty interesting. I think there's one thing I'm not seeing. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Look at Love in Deep Space, man. This is not normal for them. I'm very interested as to what happened. I know there was a lot of shit going on, but look at this. That's probably the biggest surprise of the entire month. Now, as for what will happen next month, Genshin Impact is gonna be a wild card because we're getting Snezhnaya, but at the same time, we're releasing with a pretty subdued character. But if I think back to the past, the first characters, haven't they always generally been pretty subdued? Let's see, last time it was Llama and Flynn's, but that was 2. Before that it was Linny. So I don't think it'll affect them too much. I think the hype of the new region is going to drive up Odette sales. But considering that the Traveler may be more universal, or more useful, I should say, than it has in the past, I don't know how, I can't judge how good Odette will be. HSR, we're still waiting for, what we're going to get in the next patch. Where it's going to be Robin, most likely, is the main one, and considering how popular Robin is, I kind of expect HSR to do even better than this patch. So I would expect Genshin Impact and HSR to do really good. ZZZ is going to go back down. Like, Remiel was one of a kind. So it's going to go back down, probably down below Wuthering Waves again. But its audience is growing now that it's on Steam, and a lot of people do play this game on console. So I think it's going to change things, and I think ZZZ is going to start having an upward trajectory. Nikke is going to go back down. Wuthering Waves, I don't think Sweet Sweet is going to really make a huge impact. It all depends on when the next unit comes out. If Ching Chao, I can't pronounce her name, if she comes out like big time, then that's going to be a huge one. Other than that, I can't think of anything else that's going to be big over the next month. So, yeah. Overall, I think it's very interesting that these all Hoyo games are on top. I honestly wasn't expecting that. I expected this to be like down, probably like right here or here. But Remiel, man, shattered expectations. And I'm pretty sure I predicted HSR would be on top, so I was wrong about that. Genshin still managed to be on top. So, yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Everyone, I hope your gacha game's doing healthy. And well, I'll catch you guys next month. See you guys later. Neptorka out.